Hi everybody, welcome back to another episode of my Dungeon Boss campaign series. As you probably saw from the video screenshot, I finally hit level 25 at this account, which means we are now due for another shift in the PvP concept. So just a quick glimpse into how things have been going so far. I will be honest, PvP has not been kind to me in my early 20s. What we're going to do, we are going to shake things up a little bit and switch to a new team. So I have a couple of new people on the roster that I'm ready to roll out. Due to the recent updates with Rocky, we're going to throw him on there. He's going to be a great PvP superstar. At least he is at high levels. Low levels, I'm not sure because the matches go for so long. It's possible that he may not be as great as I expect him to be. So I don't really care what kind of runes are on him right now because his only purpose is to basically do that first turn and give people evasion. Um, so I'm also going to bring in Lady Nimriel because she'll be my first 3-star hero because I'm only at 2200 gems so far. So I'm going to deck her out as much as I can with whatever I have laying around. So first things first, I'm just going to level her up quick. Use some of these potions that I got. I probably should have used some of the smaller ones for that other one. That's alright though. I don't have the requirements to ascend her yet, so I'm basically going to be relying on this first skill, but I think she's going to be quite a bit stronger than anybody else that I have, so I'm going to try and keep the same general idea with the PvP rather than shake things up too much. So we'll go with Rocky to start with. We'll level him up too. I'll play this a little safer here now so I don't waste XP. And we'll see what Rocky does moving forward. If he's good at low levels, I'll keep him. If not, I'll go with a more tank and healing route than the evasion like we do at level 70. Level 70 is pretty much a one-hit meta, so you evade the first turn and you basically increase your odds of winning dramatically. I'm going to keep Ella in there, I think, because of the charm. And now we just have a fourth spot to fill. We can either put in a healer or we can put in a tank. That is the true question. Which would be better? I think for low levels, I'm going to go with the tank, just for longevity's sake. I think that's going to be a little bit safer route. Plus, Ella has technically a heal. I doubt the AI will use it properly, but you never do know. Alright, so I'll put my last best runes on her. I do have a few decent ones laying around. So I'll give her my couple of battle runes here. Nice life rune. And I guess we'll do focus rune here for extra skill. Equip. And then here we have just a bunch of life runes, so I'll give her the best one that I got. Okay, so we basically have sort of a new team here. I'll put whatever I got left on Rocky. Like I said, I don't expect much out of this, and actually I'm not even sure I'm going to use Rocky for PvP offense. We'll just put a couple of life runes on him. Fortunately, lesser runes with no rarity are super easy to level up. Unlike the legendary runes, which are millions upon millions. Bulwark should work nicely for him. Looks like I dipped below 3 million gold with the skill upgrading that I was doing before. Lesser Bulwark, we're going to go with the 2-star actually. Give a little bit of extra something, something. And then one of our life runes here. Alright, everybody else stayed the same, so we're good there. Let's go ahead and do some PvP offense and see how these new guys hang in there. I'll go ahead and set these up on defense, just in case somebody wants to attack while I'm attacking. So we'll try and disguise them. We'll put Ella first. I'm running into lag here. That's always nice. Try this again. Alright, so Ella's on there. Then we're going to go with Nimriel. Then we'll put Rocky in there. And then we will go with William. Alright, let's see how that goes. And let's do our 3 raids for the day. Get myself my guild quest. See if there's anybody out here that I can attack. Anytime there's Braum, I like to use him against the other ones, but they are locked up with 3 stars, and I'm using Nimriel. Nimriel against water is not going to go over very well, so that's not going to work. This one here would normally be good. I think they got 4-star Julius, so they're not messing around there. I honestly don't know that I can do this one either. I know Nimriel versus Julius is going to be a win there. I will daze Braum, but Astrid, that's the real wild card here. We'll give it a whirl. What's the worst that could happen? We're going to lose, right? So I'm going to use Rocky. I know it seems like kind of a bad idea, but the thing is I want the evasion, because Julius with his barrel of monkeys or whatever it is not going to be pretty. So what we will do, we can we'll daze first, and then I think Nimriel's going to survive anyways. And then I think we're going to use taunting. So the big question here is, are my guys going to dodge? That's first and foremost. I don't have any nature heroes with me, so I don't get the extra turn with haste, but once I get a goblin team, that's going to be the go-to. And apparently, oh, that is a bummer. Rocky is not fast until you ascend him. Note to self. Okay, so Rocky's not going to make the cut for PvP defense until I can ascend him. That is a big bummer. I never saw that coming. So he is similar to Ember Sanguine, where ascending will actually add that extra speed trait. That kind of sucks, but yeah, because now Ella's dead, so I can't even daze. And their Julius is way stronger than I ever expected, so this is going to be a humiliating loss, but that's partially my fault for not understanding the mechanic behind Rocky, so I'll bite the bullet for that one. I'll let him attack me and get credit for the win rather than retreating like a pansy. He does have a good team, though. I mean, if you have 4-star Julius at this point here, either he's a money spender or extremely lucky with some ×10 summons. Either way, he's going to be tough to take down here. Anyway, let's see if we got anybody a little bit more my speed here. So Sifu Gianzi and Ponti and more 3-stars. These are going to be tough. Until I do my first ×10 summon, I might just be flat out of luck when it comes to PvP. I might really be stuck for a while. Do a couple of refreshes once. 26. Bramble's a tank, but it's going to be a matter of who does Sifu target. Yeah, really, I need Rocky to be fast. There's not gonna be a lot of options for me. Believe it or not, this one seems like probably the best option. Alright, so Rocky's out. That's happening. We're just going to go the route of healing then. And hopefully, for some ungodly reason, Sifu does not target Ella on the first turn, which I know is grasping at straws. I mean, it's an elemental advantage. The AI is usually kind of dumb, but it's not that dumb. Best case scenario, he goes after William. Nope, that's what I expected there. And now, so we'll try and take out Ponty, but he's actually pretty tough defensively. Days, that's at the very least, that's what I was hoping for. So, because then at least that buys me a couple of turns, because he doesn't have a healer. But honestly, I do not know if I can take out any of them for the most part. Thinking PvP is going to be kind of a bust for me for another 10 or 20 levels until I start doing some heroic summons. So those of you that are free to play, the PvP might be a little bit challenging. Now, if you've already done some heroic summons and are not holding out your gems like I am, you might have a few heroes that are a little bit better than mine. Obviously, I have terrible, terrible heroes. If Nimrio was the first 3-star that I had. But again, I also know the ins and outs of the game, and I'm not going to waste my gems on possibly getting Alexandros. So that's, I even talked to somebody earlier today that asked if Alexandros was any good, because that was their first heroic summon, or their first 3-star. And a couple of us felt pretty bad because Alex is horrible. Even at low levels, he's just worthless. So I know better than to use just 300 gems on a summon, and so if that means I'm going to get a ton of losses here, then I'm going to get a ton of losses. So I will gladly buy my time, but the main thing is do three raids, get my PvP for the day. Level 24 4-star Grognog, that's probably a big time player there. Yeah, I'm not going to mess with him. And a greater rune to boot. Wow. That dude's not messing around. Kudos to you, Muguru. You are going to be a tough one to beat. I'm not going to bother there. You can come into my house and beat me, but I'm not going to meet you on your turf. Alright, I'm going to do a couple of refreshes, and then I'm going to take the lesser of the 3 evils, but here we go. Level 22 is what I can hope for. So I'm going to take the burn from Nitpick, and then I'm going to use Ella to kill the team. This should be a win for me. Should be. Unless, I guess, realistically, I should have checked the runes on Nitpick, but it's unlikely that this dude is stacked up like that Grognog with a legendary greater. Which, honestly, I don't even know where you get that, except for when there was a rune focus in the heroic portal. If you did a ×10, I guess you could see it there. Alright, this here should be a 1, 2, 3, I think. Oh, there's the 2. This should be the 3. A little bit lackluster. And of course she heals then. Alright, so we will take out I guess we'll kill Nitpick. Take the easy kill first. I probably could have killed Nitpick with Yasmin, but honestly I'll save the heal for next turn. I feel like William can soak the damage here, as long as I don't get burned by the days. I mean, I do have a pretty decent level advantage, I think. At least I did over the dead guys. Alright, so we'll heal here. Still got another turn of days, so I'm looking pretty good there. See how Nimriel does with her basic attack. Didn't look like anything special. I remember her being better than what she seems now, but I must have really high hopes at this point. Okay, so there's a glimpse at our level 25 PvP. I can't imagine the PvP defense is going to be much better, especially since Rocky is not fast yet. I'm going to have to check the Ascension requirements. It's possible I might be able to get that on there. It just depends if it requires his second Ascension. If that's the case, I'm probably out of luck there. So we'll check that quick, and then if it's worth investigating. Alright, so Sonic Screech, Nature's Fury, so it's not even, and yeah, there's no way I'm ascending him anytime soon. It's just not going to happen. Alright, well I'm going to pull Rocky off of there because I don't think he's going to be beneficial to the team at that point, so without his speed, I don't think that's really worth having him on there, so I'm going to pull him off, and I'm just going to go the route of the healer. And hopefully between Ella and Nimriel, they can do enough damage to carry me through a couple of wins. But realistically, it's going to come down to Ella's opening move. Who does she choose to go after? But anybody that comes in with some fast heroes is going to dominate this team. I mean, it's a bunch of 1-stars and Nimriel, so not that tough to beat. So, all right, so we'll check this quick. We just got our failed attacks and then our 1 successful attack, so we will leave this one be for a couple days, see who attacks us, see if it's the same basic result. I would assume it's going to be very similar to this here, but I am also very close to getting a ×10 summon, so depending on who the next feature is going to be, we might have somebody that's a little bit more suited for handling this. Otherwise, if we look at our season, still 2 days left on the season. I will probably end up taking a little bit of honor that I have and throw that into the heroic, or not the heroic, but the honor summon. Maybe get somebody out of there. See if I can get Ponty out of there, but not putting a lot of stock into that. So if you have any questions or suggestions on what we could do with my particular roster, so let's just say you had this roster, who would you put on your PvP defense? Who would you focus on for your PvP offense? If you want to start a discussion about the merits of one versus the other, I would gladly have it. Obviously, there's a lot of room for improvement on my PvP defense, but we do have a limitation on 3-star heroes. So keep that in mind, and then let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again for PvP at level 30. Thanks.